Jailer Rock here, percent off collector, and we're here with another action figure unboxing and review. And today we have the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Superman versus Armored Batman. So of course this is from the Dark Knight Returns, and I have to say that this was another one of those deals where I picked it up at a super awesome sale where a person was getting rid of their collection, and I got this at an excellent price. And this is another instance where you can find a lot of fluctuating prices for this specific 2-pack, which is kind of interesting to me. That's one of the things I've kind of gotten into, is tracking prices and seeing how things go. But quickly, let's just go over the box. You have your little DC McFarlane. You got the guys inside. It looks like they have the stands, which is kind of standard. You got the pose in the back, which is cool. You have the different ones that come from the Multiverse line and the McFarlane line, so that's pretty sweet. Of course, you get two figures in one. That's always sweet, especially if it's at a good price. So without further ado, let's get this bad boy open and see what we see. All right, so we got that in the plastic there. Doesn't seem to these are some heavy figures, so obviously it's going to be not so easy to stand up, so we'll just hold it a little bit there while I break it out of its plastic here. I think it's just one plastic is what I'm looking for it. Of course, you got the cape in the back, which always makes it difficult to pull it out from there. So I apologize for all the crunching of the plastic. All right, so that's cool. So we can tilt this down a little bit. I'll focus in just a little bit more. And then in the meantime, I'll also be getting the accessories out. Oh, so that's what I thought when I saw this. So again, this is one of those ones where I didn't do like research because I wasn't sure I was gonna get this. I was looking at so many other things. This came up just because, like I said, I was at that sale. So let's move these guys out of the way for a second, and you can see here the backdrop, which is cool. And you know, with a lot of these McFarlane figures, you get the stands here, and then you also get a card, and it looks like you also get a piece here. So I guess this is part of a set that you can put together. I know I've seen the Dark Knight Joker at Marshall's. So I mean, maybe I'll actually go pick that up now, so I can put that piece together as well. But that's cool. So let's scroll down here. Get the scissors and the razor blade out of the way. All right, so we'll just start with the cards. And I actually do keep these. I got a couple now. And I have a lot of more McFarlane stuff coming up. Ooh, got some tape there. All right, so we got the card. Arbor Knight Batman tells you about them, and then Superman. And as I said, I didn't read this originally when it came out, but I definitely read the all-in-one trade paperback version, and I thought it was sweet. And then I watched the animated movie, the two-parter, and that was sweet. So now to have it, I mean, it was cool. The whole kind of like Reagan-inspired political theme that was going on with Superman, and it's like, that famously did not like Superman, so having him quote unquote beaten by Superman was made him feel real good. Even though people are like, oh, Batman didn't technically beat Superman because Superman held back and this and that, and it's like, yeah, I get it. And Green Arrow helped. But yeah, so you can see what's cool about this is it's not only just like a piece, but it also has a peg. So I'm guessing that it fits with others. Let me know in the comments if it does, because honestly, this is the first one of that line that I've gotten. And of course, we're going to go through articulation, but I just wanted to see exactly how that fits as far as the feet. And I know it fits, but I was just curious about like how strong. Oh no, that's pretty good. It's just I got him kind of all bent out beforehand. But these were the other ones that come with it, so you can see that. So that's cool. So let's talk your standard articulation. Let's zoom out just a little bit. All right, so as far as articulation, I mean, you could probably guess already what you get with these. I mean, you can see right there, you got the toe and all that you can, I mean, look at that. Like, I'm not sure why you would need to do your foot like that. Like, I can understand like going forward, but I'm not sure that far, like why you need that. But you got it. And of course you can move the foot, you can rotate it, you can do a lot as far as that. And then of course you got the double joints. I mean, this is new, so it's like stiff, but you can see how you get that bend right there. And then you can turn a little bit at the hip. Doesn't look like you can turn at the boot or at the calf or at the knee, but that's fine. And then it's not like a waist turn per se. Oh yeah, there is. There's a waist turn and the ab crunch, which makes sense. And then as far as the hands, you can turn those all around, and you can see the little hinge under here, so you can turn it a little bit. And then it doesn't look like it has the bicep turn. And looks like here it's not double jointed, because you have back here, you have this thing here with his muscles. So looks like he's more like buff and stiff. This is more like beefed up Superman. And you know, you have a good motion as far as the shoulder rotation and stuff like that. But I mean, I think it's just great. I mean, the look is kind of funny though. It kind of has like that look like, huh? It's almost like when like Batman goes to punch him or something, and then he has that look like, seriously, like you're punching me? I mean, look at that. But I like the design, like even how the cape is, how it has little bends and the creases and stuff in the cape. But it's like that traditional style, like from the S, you know, the outer underwear type look. I mean, that's like traditional. I do remember seeing a video where someone was saying that they didn't like that you're kind of stuck with the hands, like there's no additional hands or anything, so you're just stuck in the fist punching you know, mode. But you know, hey, that's what it is. And of course you got the pegs, so you got that back there. So, and then you got armored Batman, which again, you know, older Batman, pretty sweet. I assume there'll be a little bit less articulation just because you're in a huge armor suit. But again, you got that weird thing going on with the feet. And I always liked underneath, like you got, that's like, I'm gonna stomp you. I mean, look at that. I'll stomp you with the cleats. You still got the double joints here. This one's much looser than Superman was when it started, so that's interesting. And then everything else, oh, it looks like here you can turn right at the calf knee. So see, Superman didn't have that, but Batman does. And then of course you got the rotation. And then it looks like there's no ab crunch, which makes sense because he's wearing a big armor breastplate. But you do have your regular waist turn. And I do like how they did the utility belt. And then again, like with Batman, it's like you're kind of locked in here. I mean, here at least he has one hand open. Now there's no weapons or anything that came with this, but I guess you could fit other things in that hand, kind of. However, the other one is locked into a punch position. I do like how this kind of like material looks. Like the look of that, along with the armor and all that. That's nice. And the same thing, like, I really like the way the back here, the cape and everything looks. Really cool. And the colors, the way that looks, the helmet, the look on his face. Pretty decent head movement, especially considering, you know, it's kind of like almost in a bucket mode like that. So that's pretty sweet. So that's really awesome. So let's put these guys on the turntable, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the pricing behind this. All right, and here we are with them back on the turntable. And I do notice with Batman, just a mixture between how his legs are a little bit looser and just the weight on him. It's like, it's kind of strange because basically from the knee down, it feels like heavier. And then from the waist up, it's heavier. So, I mean, I mean, look at that. It does seem like it falls a little bit easier than it should. But again, I'm still learning posing. I'm still haven't posed a lot, so that's just something that I'm gonna have to personally work on. I've definitely seen pictures of them posed looking really cool. So again, this is more me than anything else, but just want to show you down here basically how I had their feet positioned, just trying out just a different way to see how they stand. But it's nothing bad at all. It's just something that if you're really a novice at posing, that's just one thing to keep in mind. But it's not a problem at all. In fact, I think it's really great how it came out. Let me just quickly talk about the price. So this was another one of those sales where it was a collector, and I've been to some of these collectors or slash resellers who've gotten rid of goods, and then they they say like, oh, show up at 9, you get there at 9, and someone bought everything at 2 a.m. in the morning. So in this case, I was like, you know what, I'm not even gonna try and fight for anything. I'm the scraps. That's how I am. Like if any of you it's always sunny. I'm Frank Reynolds. I'm the Mantis. I come in for the scraps after everybody else. That's what I do. And in this case, it paid off. A lot of times, if you see someone that has a garage sale that is going on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Saturday, Sunday, Sunday is the day. Yes, it definitely could mean you show up and everything is gone or there's very little left, but you can also get a good deal. So it depends on what you're looking for, what kind of collector, what kind of buyer you are. I'm the kind of person that if there's something that I super want, I'll probably just buy it online or somewhere. Almost anything else, I'm going to just go and discover. But that's the kind of collector I am at this moment. So everyone has to decide. But for me, this thing works out because I'm not worried about fighting against resellers or collectors who really want something. And the good thing about it is sometimes you show up at Sunday right before the day is done. And by what I mean by that, for the most part, it varies, you gotta see. But a lot of people wrap up their garage sales by 2, maybe 3 o'clock on a Sunday. So it's not like you have to be there late at night or anything. This is, of course, during like spring and summer. Yeah, maybe fall if it's warm in your area or something. So for me, it's plenty of light. I have so much time for the rest of the day to do things. So when I showed up, this person had a couple of other items that you're going to see coming up in future videos. So make sure you hit that sub and the notification so you see when they come out. And the person basically just was like, yeah, I need to get rid of all this stuff, and just slashed it. So I got these two for $5. Now that's a great deal and it gets a woot woot, but I did check to look this up afterwards. I don't plan to sell it or anything, but because I'm the percent off collector, I want to see how well I did. So currently it's, as of this video on Amazon, it's 34% off and it sells for $26.59. You can get it on Big Bag Toy Store for $21. And so they've been slashing the price. On Big Bag Toy Store, it shows it originally at $41.99. So 50% off on that, 34% off on Amazon. It looks like Walmart just has it as $35. They don't even have a percent off on it or anything like that. Now, what's interesting though is if you saw my video about the Transformers Street Fighter 2 crossover, this is another instance where the eBay price is actually lower than the retail prices. And a lot of times you will see eBay, at least some sellers try to keep up with Amazon and maybe Walmart, but normally they'll either match it or go a few dollars higher. But I've seen multiple brand new just like this, as far as I know, not a knockoff, for $16. For $20. And even some of them with free shipping. So there's some others where it's, they'll have it for like, the ones that are like free shipping, that's closer to the $25 or so $30, so it's closer. The ones that are like 16, the shipping is usually like 12, 13, $14. So I guess overall it's kind of on track with the retailers. I mean, Big Bad Toy Store wins. So I guess maybe they're not tracking that. So their prices are a little bit closer, I guess, to well, no. So you know what? I guess I have to take it back because I guess in the end, with the shipping, it only goes to Walmart. Big Bad Toy Store blows it out the water, and even Amazon at $5 more than Big Bad is good because I think with Big Bad there's still $4 flat rate, so you're talking 25 plus tax. Amazon free shipping if you have Prime, of course, $26.59. So there you go. That's as far as the price breakdown for that. But of course, at $5, still incredible. And as I said, I saw the Joker for I think it was $9.99 at Marshall, but that was several weeks ago. I see it on Amazon currently at $17. But I think that I'm probably going to end up picking the rest of the lineup now that I have these two at that incredible price. One more quick thing. I'm going to try to put these guys on the little, I guess, diorama slash stand and see how that looks for y'all. So one more thing. Be right back. Right, so instead of going for the battle pose, I kind of had them like, hey, paparazzi needed a quick shot. So this is how I have them posed. So let me scroll down here so you can see. So what's cool is there's 4 different pegs on this here where they can step on. So you can see here I have one that's open. I'm pretty sure I could have stretched it so that they both are on pegs, but I kind of wanted to showcase that you could kind of have it where some are on the pegs and not. So Batman is actually standing on 2 pegs where Superman's only actually on 1 peg, but it still are able to fit it on there. So there's different things that you can do with that. There's different pictures that I've seen where, you know, you have them balancing on 1 peg and it fits really well. So once you're in that 1 peg, it's snug enough so that you're able to do different poses. So that's really cool that you could play around with it instead of using just the traditional stands. So that's pretty sweet. So as I said, really interesting. This was great. Honestly, for $25 for the 2 figures, you know, you're talking a little more than $12 each. I would do that. You know, Amazon and Big Bad seem to have the best prices right as of now. eBay, I did look a little bit more, and there are some that I saw that was like $25 with free shipping. But again, that is actually tied pretty much with Big Bad Toy Store, so that's up to you if you want to go for it. But for $5, I was super happy, and it's really awesome. And one more thing, I was able to pick up another figure just recently, another awesome Superman figure. I just want to show you as far as scale how it looks. So I'm gonna be doing a loose figure review on this guy, but you can see it's like the sizes are about the same. So that's cool if you're playing around with Superman and put them together like that. So that's pretty cool. I was able to get that Superman, and now I have another one to go with it. So that's really awesome. So I am super happy, and I hope that you're really happy too for joining me for another action figure unboxing and review. Hey, thanks for checking out the channel, and if you like what you've seen, please consider giving us a like, comment, a sub, all that stuff. It really helps the algorithm as we try to make a push to reach out to more collectors that, like me, like to get that discount. Because you know how I say, no discount, no deal. All right, catch you later.